Alright guys, I am back, and this is I'm back The Walking Dead Season 4 Episode 8 review. This episode was called Too Far Gone, and I thought this episode was badass. I really enjoyed this episode. It was pretty good. All three episodes, you could see through this episode, they was building up for the big finale between the Governor's group and Rick's group, and I thought it was really good to build this up in Season 7. I got really excited for Season 7. Not Season 7, Episode 8, I got really excited when they did the whole, when the governor was pointing the gun at Herschel and, I forgot her name. But yeah, I got excited then, but we open up the episode with the governor giving his team a pep talk, giving his group a pep talk, saying that they need to survive. He talks about Rick's group. He said that there's this prison down north or something like that, and he said that they need to be prepared. They need to get the weapons and stuff in case they fight back. Then we see the governor who's kidnapped Herschel and Monitor. Something I can't pronounce her last name. Monitor. They've kidnapped Herschel and Monitor. Herschel says that they can work together, but he doesn't want to work together because him and Rick have had some bad blood, because they don't like each other. I'll say, as you guys know, if you guys did watch the episode, because Rick and the governor don't get on, so that means they cannot work together in the same group. Then we see the governor. Oh yeah, I did say that one. Oh yeah, then we see Maggie talk, and then we go back to the Rick's group. We see Maggie talking to Glenda, talking about vacation, about having a vacation. Then we see Rick and Daryl. Rick tells Daryl about Carol killing David and Karen a couple weeks ago. Rick says that he kicked Carol out of the group. He said he didn't want Tyrese to find out that Carol killed David and Karen. But probably in February, when it comes back, Walking Dead, they're probably gonna have Rick tell Tyrese then, but they didn't tell. Rick was gonna tell Tyrese then in this episode, but he didn't. But yeah, I think I'm gonna say that for February. Then Daryl says that he's going to look after the two girls. He said that he said that the group are going to have to look after the two girls. And then we see Daryl and Rick and Tyrese. They hear this noise. They're like in this corridor, and they hear this noise, so they run outside. The whole group runs outside, and we see the governor's group. Yes, the governor's group comes out. They got the big army tank. It reminded me of the time when DX at SummerSlam. It reminded me when Diaz came out at SummerSlam with the whole army tank. So they come out with some cars and an army tank. The governor. Oh wait a minute. Then the governor tells Rick. He says that his group has got to leave the prison by sunset, or they're all going to be dead. He says that Rick says that there's too many sick kids in the prison. They won't. He said that they will not survive outside the prison. Then Lily, who is part of the governor's group, he's that's I guess his wife. I don't know. So she's on watch. She sees this walker trying to get over the river, but he drowns anyway. But then her little girl, she's playing in this sand pit kind of stuff. She's making mud pies and stuff like that. Then she sees this sign which says a big flood, a warning about a flood. Then this was good though. And then we see this hand creeping up, grab the girl's arm, and then she's yelling. Her mom's not paying attention. And then she finally runs down off the caravan. She goes, "Wait, I'm coming after you." Then the walker bites her, and then her mom just shoots the walker after. Like, really? And then she ends up crying. She ends up picking her up. Like, she wasn't even crying at all. Like, that's your kid, and you're not bothered about your kid dying after that she just got bit? Really? That she had no interest in that. She didn't even save her own kid. Really? Like, also, I don't think she cares about her own kids then. But anyway, then Rick says that his group Rick says that the governor's group can live in the prison with Rick's group, but in different cell blocks. He says that they don't have to see each other and stuff like that. Then the governor kills Herschel. He says, "No, you're lying," and then he gets a sword, slices his neck with his sword. So Herschel's dead. Then the governor's arm gets shot, but before that, Rick's leg gets shot. Then we have this brawl between then the war begins. We see the Rick and governor. We see Rick and the governor. They're fighting. Then Daryl throws. Wait a minute. Then we see the army tank. It barges through the fence, and then the cars come through and stuff. So we see the governor's group and the Rick's group. So they're all fighting. We see so they're all shooting people. Bob gets shot in the shoulder. Then Daryl, he kills a couple of people. Then Tyrese does. Then Daryl throws. At the end, we see Rick and the governor fighting, but then Maurice, I'm not really sure, I can't remember her name, and that other woman that I forgot. So so one of the girls that save Rick, they get a sword. They put the sword in the governor's back. So that means Daddy's holding his chest, going, "Oh, I just got killed and stuff," but he's not dead yet. But at the end, I'll tell you that in a few minutes. Then Daryl throws a grenade in the tank, so he blows a couple people up there. Then the governor. Then Lily comes out with the kid, and then then Lily comes up with a gun. She shoots his head. Then Rick's looking, and then Rick and Carl see this baby seat, and they don't see anybody in it. I think they saw blood in it, but I didn't see any blood. But they end up crying anyway. Carl shoots some guns. Then at the end we see Rick and Carl. We see them walking, and then Rick says, "Don't look back." And that's how we ended the episode. I thought this episode was badass, really good. The end brawl between the governor's group and Rick's group is great. I really enjoyed that. It was hyping out up all night with video packages and stuff like that. I thought that was really good. The governor's not going to be back, and that's it. The final time we're ever going to see the governor. I didn't like the governor. He's probably one of my favorite characters in The Walking Dead with Rick and Daryl. Overall, this season so far has been a good season. I think way better than season 3. I did like season 3 last year, but season 4 really kicked into a new gear with having new characters like Bob and Tyrese's new characters. Kicking Carol out of the group was my favorite part. Yes. You know, the governor coming back was pretty good. So yeah, overall I thought we had a good season this season. So what do you guys think about? So that's my review of The Walking Dead season 4 episode 8. What do you guys think about this episode? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching, guys. Brag out.